Yes, we got fire, so we've still got gas. So we got the pan heating up. A little bit of oil. Now we just have to wait for it to finish heating. I can't tell you what a joy this is. I'm excited. Being able to cook outside again. No flies, no bugs. We're not in the bong anymore. We're in Mount Morgan at the moment. So the pan's getting nice and hot. Just about there. Got some beautiful steaks here. Nicely seasoned up, lots of salt and pepper on the top side. When we put them in the pan, we'll season up the other side. And we got the secondary pan there. Just stick a bit of oil on that too. Let that heat up as well. The secondary pan won't take as long. Not a heavier iron pan, just a cheap Teflon one. Okay, pan's nice and hot. Smoking nicely. Time to put in the steaks. Season side down. Look at that, nice big steaks. Now we season up the other side. And while that's cooking, we'll turn our attention to the second pan. So I've got an onion, just a medium brown onion, peeled, sliced up. Just want to fry that off a little bit. This time we do want to colour the onion a bit, get it a little bit nice and brown. These should be ready long before these big thick steaks. As soon as the onion's starting to colour up nicely, I've got a sliced up tomato, not thinly sliced, a bit of thickness to it. Going to chuck them in and cook them up too. I won't add any seasoning to the tomato, because there's plenty on those steaks, which is good. So the onion's starting to colour nicely, just a little bit. Don't want to burn them, goes through that nice little bit of brown as they cook. Chuck in the tomatoes. steaks still cooking away nicely. No juices coming through to the top yet. That's when we turn them, when the juices start flowing to the top. Tomato doesn't take much cooking. Just push them to the side. Push it over to the side. And we've got some nice little bacon eyes. Sticking a couple for the first. Couple first up. Get them cooking up nicely. Now it's just waiting for things to happen. I hope you're starting to feel hungry. I'm getting really hungry. This is fantastic. Nice and warm. No rain. No slush under feet. No billions of flies. No bugs. I love it. This is what camping should be. Keep stirring the onion and tomato around. Let them burn. Flip over the bacon. You always just want to warm the bacon through. It doesn't take long. It doesn't need to be cooked to a crisp. Much nicer as it isn't. So that'll do for those two. Stick them up there. Stick in the other couple of bits. As soon as they've got a tiny little bit of colour on them, like that, be able to turn that pan off and just leave it sitting there. You can see this is just starting to come through. Turn the steaks over now. That's about all you need on the bacon, the onion and tomato. And turn the heat off. Residual heat in the pan will finish that bacon perfectly. And that'll be ready to go as soon as the steaks are done. The steaks are smelling fantastic. That's all we're waiting on. Won't be long. So I got a bit of Turkish bread here, Turkish bread roll. Just sliced it open, buttered it. Once the steaks are ready, pull them out, sit them on a tray to rest for a couple of minutes while I quickly toast up the Turkish bun in that pan with all the steak juices. This is just starting to come through on those steaks. So, take them out of the pan. Onto the blue plate of destiny. Cover them up. Just let them rest for a couple of minutes. While we're resting, toast up the Turkish bread. And while we're waiting, we raise our glass to Keith. Looking good. Just turn it over, toast up the other side. Bread will be hot. That's better than having stale bread. We're nearly there. And just a minute or two is all it needs. Pull your bread off, turn the gas off. Let's go assemble dinner. So you got your bread. Slap a chunk of steak on it. Get this out of the way so we can see. A couple of bits of bacon. A couple of slices of the cooked up tomato. Bit of the onion. HP sauce. Can't go wrong with it. Give it a good shake up. Coleslaw. So you got your onion, got the tomato, got your coleslaw. Your mum won't get cranky because you're eating all your veggies. And the finishing touch, the other bit of bread. Looks like I've made it upside down though, but that's not an issue. And let's have a go at it. Scotch Fillet steak sandwich. It's a great bit of steak. Toasting off a few days old Turkish bread definitely has revived it. Not much structural integrity, but that's my fault. It's a nice smoky bacon, not the cheap supermarket stuff. It is from a supermarket, but at about 30 bucks a kilo, it's pretty good stuff. Nothing is better for a steak sandwich than Scotch Fillet. And this is good Scotch Fillet. It's thick, it's tender, it's juicy. Some people like to use sizzle steaks for steak sandwiches. too tough and chewy. If you're going to have a steak sandwich for dinner, you want to have a steak that's thick and meaty. Don't buy the budget Scotch Fillet from the supermarket. It's too thin, not satisfying. Pay the extra bucks, get the good stuff. Anyway, it's pretty well fallen apart on me. It's half the fun of eating it, I guess. Got to finish it all. And that's that. You will love it. Simple, tasty. Okay, it's not one pan camp cooking, it's 2 pans. They got an extra pan to wash up. But who cares? Cheers. I've still got another steak there. Catch you later.